Guys, y'all, check this out. It's been a minute since I talked about Sebastian Rogers and just came upon this from SF Investigates, Steve Fisher, the PI, working on the Sebastian Rogers case. It's about the flashlights, flashlight tag. We've heard about the flashlights a lot in this case. We've also heard mention of flashlight tag from neighbour Bobby. So, I'm going to read this post, and Steve has released some more surveillance footage, which is really interesting. Mob Crew, the grifter, right? I don't watch Mob Crew's videos, I don't even see them, but I'm reading this post as is. Just released a video titled Exposing the Most Disturbing Lie in the Sebastian Rogers Case. In it, he falsely claims that we identified the 12:17 AM video from February 26 showing an unknown person walking on Kelling Lane as the same footage we previously referenced of someone carrying a flashlight. This is categorically false. The 12:17 AM footage is this, of the shadow man walking along, and just happens to be exactly the same place that 8 hours later a bloodhound got a track. Anyhow, his source is Bobby, a neighbour who has openly admitted she did not know Chris, Katie or Sebastian, yet immediately began spreading wild and unfounded accusations against them. Then, a recorded phone call surfaced in which Bobby casually discussed her kids playing flashlight tag. After that recording was made public, I pointed out my concern because it confirmed one of her children was outside late at night on the 25th using a flashlight, then hiding. My questions are not accusations. I wanted to know if there was a game of flashlight tag that Sebastian possibly heard about and tried to join, and possibly went in the wrong direction or hid in the woods, etc. Which would make sense as to why Sebastian was awake, staying awake, knew about this game of flashlight tag, and then when his mother went to bed, he went out. It makes perfect sense. No accusations involved. Not accusing Bobby's son of doing anything, or Bobby's son's friends of doing anything, because presumably, if Bobby's son went out playing flashlight tag, he's playing flashlight tag with at least one other person. He's not playing flashlight tag on his own, is he? So there's got to be more people out there. You know, maybe someone knocked on Sebastian's window and said, come and play with us. You know, we know that Sebastian was looking for friends, so there's no accusations involved. Anyway, Mob Crew continues to rant endlessly about flashlights, suggesting they play a central role in Sebastian's disappearance. If that's the case, then the surveillance footage showing someone with a flashlight late at night on the last evening Sebastian was seen, who then proceeds to hide, should raise serious questions. Wouldn't you agree, Mob Crew and Bobby? Yeah. We notified the TBI about this. Meanwhile, Mob Crew and Bobby continued falsely accusing Chris and Katie of a supposed flashlight activity in the neighbourhood. But now they need more views and attention. Mob Crew is pushing a new narrative, again using Bobby as his source, falsely claiming that the 12:17 AM video is the flashlight footage we referenced, and calling it the biggest lie yet. So, we're releasing the actual footage to prove that Mob Crew and Bobby are lying grifters. Bobby has no grounds to claim any privacy concerns about her son being in the video because she's the one who provided the information to Mob Crew in the first place. In the footage at 10:20 PM, her son exits the house with a flashlight. He then turns it off, crouches down, and even moves deeper into the shadows to avoid being seen. Minutes later, he walks to the backyard, same backyard where two canines, so Max and Rex, Max first, then Rex, independently tracked the following day. If flashlights are the heart of Mob Crew's theory, then here you go. Here are your flashlights. Let me be clear, there's more. There is additional suspicious activity that took place even later that night. So go ahead, Mob Crew and Bobby, press us, call us liars again, then we'll discuss the search that took place at the son's girlfriend's house, along with other interesting facts you've conveniently ignored. Damn! Oh, man. Well, we'll discuss the search that took place at the son's girlfriend's house. The son's girlfriend who goes to the same school as Sebastian. All right, let's look at this. So we've got 4 minutes of footage here. So this is the surveillance camera on Kelling Lane. So you got flashlights there. So this is coming out of, this is near Bobby's house. Like, who's this kid playing flashlight tag with? I want to know. Like, how many of them were out there? Here he comes. Well, here, one person comes. We don't know who it is, but presumably coming from the vicinity of Bobby's house, it's going to be Bobby's son, isn't it? Damn. But perfectly innocent game, isn't it? Flashlight tag. Perfectly innocent game. But did Sebastian go out to play flashlight tag? If so, these kids might have some answers. Did they see Sebastian? Do they know what direction he went in? All of these questions and accusations. Now, as to what SF said about later on more suspicious activity, well, that's a whole kit and caboodle in itself. But just this footage on the face of it, there's nothing suspicious about this. This is a kid playing. But what happened after this is the question. Well, this is 10:20, 22:19, so almost 10:20 in the PM on February 25th. So this is just after the time when Katie said she heard a thud in Sebastian's room and she told him to go to sleep, and he said, "Yes, ma'am." But Katie didn't go to bed till around midnight. So did Sebastian sneak out while Katie was still up? I don't even know if that's possible, that Sebastian would be able to sneak out without Katie realising. Or did Sebastian wait for Katie to go to bed and then sneak out? And I don't know, as convinced as I can be at this stage, without any further information, that the 12:17 AM Shadow Man was Sebastian. In my heart, I believe it was. Maybe it's just because I want to believe it was, but it's just, I don't know, a coincidence that this bloodhound that was tracking Sebastian's scent was in the exact spot where Shadow Man was 8 hours before, and then starts to track. So there's the kid. Well, what do you think? I'll read this last paragraph again, though. Let me be clear, there's more. There is additional suspicious activity that took place even later that night. So go ahead, Mob Crew and Bobby, press us. Call us liars again, and we'll discuss the search that took place at the son's girlfriend's house, along with other interesting facts you've conveniently ignored. Damn! Would that give some answers if we knew more about that information? Maybe. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.